United States, we're used to the returns from states coming in as the polls close across the country. Usually you get exit polls that give you some kind of indication of how people are voting, and usually the race is called sometime that night. This year, though, of course, it's the first time that we're voting in a pandemic, so things are going to look a lot different. Again, many voters have already voted. Many are expected to turn out on Election Day as usual, but many others will just be submitting their ballots over these next few days and even up until Election Day, when some states are allowing ballots to just be postmarked by Election Day. We may have some states that will not be able to make a final call on Tuesday night if they're still trying to count those ballots that are coming in. That includes some key states like Pennsylvania and Michigan, where their state law does not allow them to start counting those ballots until Election Day, whereas others have been able to start in the weeks before. So it's really important that some of these battleground states, that we remember that they may not have an answer right away. We expect that the exit polls from the in-person voting will kind of swing towards Republican votes and swing towards Trump, whereas those mail-in ballots will probably swing more heavily Democrat. So there's a chance that the initial exit polls that day might point towards more of a Trump victory, whereas when the mail-in ballots are counted, that may push more towards a Biden victory. So everyone's going to be waiting to see. I think a lot of lessons were learned not only in 2016, but also in 2000 when the networks called the election prematurely. So I do think there's a bit more caution and wise restraint in terms of waiting to make sure everything is in and everything is counted before this election is called.